You feel the tightness in your chest, but this time you speak anyway. You find the words, you say them, you finally set a boundary. And for a fleeting moment, you feel something close to relief. Then the threat response cascade begins. It is a series of reactions your nervous system fires off when you disrupt a familiar pattern. And this is where most boundaries collapse. You are rarely prepared for this aftermath. What shows up first is a hollow discomfort low in your stomach. A deafening silence stretches out, creating a quiet pull to soften, to explain, to walk back into the room and smooth it over. This is not guilt, it is withdrawal. The distance you just created registers in your brain like a sudden drop in dopamine. Your neurochemistry, it's been shaped by the cycles of rupture and repair. And that boundary just broke that cycle. Your brain does not know that this is healing. It reads it more as loss. This craving is the trauma bond, firing hardest right after you create distance. The craving is not a sign that you did something wrong. It is a neurochemical response with a time limit. It'll pass. If it doesn't pass, you can do things though, like move your body, maybe walking or running or splashing cold water on your face, or even just calling somebody who is a safe person. And then sometimes before the craving even lifts, your body does something else. Suddenly it goes cold. Standing your ground registers as a threat to your survival, and your nervous system screams danger. You are simply in a body that learned to survive by disappearing. And when this happens, anchor yourself. Breathe. Place your feet flat on the floor. Name 5 things that you can see. Remind yourself you're not in danger. You are just learning how to have a voice and be seen. Advocating for yourself still feels unfamiliar. Then comes the pushback from them. It might be coldness or accusations or the sentence that you've maybe heard a bunch of times. After everything that I've done for you, they rewrite the story. They make your boundary the problem, and suddenly you're the one who's cold or controlling or abandoning them. Of course they're upset. This person has benefited from you having no boundaries, and you are hearing the sound of that entitlement losing its grip. You will feel an overwhelming pull to defend yourself, but don't do it. You don't need to explain yourself or apologize. The pushback, it's just proof that the boundary is working by disrupting this old relationship dynamic. They are reacting to a loss of access. That is not your crisis to manage. Now, hours later, the quietest thing happens. You might start rewriting the story yourself. Maybe I was too harsh. Maybe I overreacted. Maybe I'm the problem. This is internalized gaslighting. You have absorbed their voice so deeply inside of you that you no longer need them in the room to question your reality. Doubting yourself after setting a boundary does not mean that you were wrong. It just means protecting yourself. It still feels unfamiliar. The doubt is not clarity arriving. It is just the old programming talking. This boundary won't collapse though, like the ones before it, because this time you have a map and you know exactly what you're looking at. The craving, oh, that's withdrawal. The freeze, oh, that's my body. It's learning to feel safe. The pushback, oh yes, that's proof that the boundary is working. And that doubt, that's just an echo of your old programming. Not a single piece of it means you should undo what you just did. The boundary holds not because it is easy, but because you chose to breathe through that tension of your own discomfort rather than give in by abandoning yourself. Boundaries do not feel like strength at first. They feel like danger, but that panic isn't proof that you're wrong. It is just the uncomfortable reality of no longer keeping the peace at your own expense. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. And remember, being human, it's messy, it's beautiful, and it's worth showing up for exactly as you are. I am so glad you're here.